Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Chalk for Living. Thanks for joining me today. I had to do another video from this location. Actually, I may do more than one here before I leave, although I've only got a little bit of time before I get out of here and go have some lunch. The reason I wanted to do this video from here is because this is where it started. Not in this particular house or in this particular room, but in the city, in this neighborhood. I was living in this neighborhood, so I just thought it would be kind of a suiting place to do a little quick video talking about my 4-year raw vegan anniversary. Yeah, I've been doing this for about 4 years, and I don't have an exact date. I don't know the date of my conversion. I don't know the date and the hour, but I do remember it was somewhere around the middle of June, somewhere from the second, third week of June, and yeah, just to talk about it a little bit. I mean, it's been great for me. I've felt better and better each year, and I've noticed. What have I noticed? I noticed that even though after, like, say, after a year of doing it, I had figured out a lot. But just the changes your body goes through, even like even from last year, from my 3-year anniversary to my 4-year anniversary, there's just always changes. I guess the body's always regenerating itself. I guess I need, is it 7 years, 7 full years to regenerate every cell in my body? They say each different types of cells regenerate themselves, and you have a whole different set of cells in X amount of years. But I think everything in the body, it takes a while. Um, you know, People are always trying to debate this lifestyle, whether it's the end all be all, whether it's sustainable long term, whether it's the right way. I always kind of get a kick out of. I saw this just the other day on. It wasn't a comment here. It was on Facebook, on on my Facebook page, on a video, and I don't engage. If you've ever noticed that, any time, well, I don't get a lot of negative comments if you follow me on social media, but I'm different than most people. I tell people all the time, like, trolls will go away if you don't feed them. 99% of trolls will go away if you don't feed them. And when I say that, people will shake their head and agree, but they can't do it. Most people do not have the control, whatever it is, just to ignore and not respond back. Because when you don't respond back, but anyhow, what I was getting at is, yeah, every once in a while, or every once in a while, just a random comment here, and it's not from people that watch me. It's just from that person, that middle of the night, that 3 a.m. watcher. Everybody knows that 3 a.m. watcher. They're a little bit. I talked about that the other day. Where they'll just, or sometimes it's just silly, just a one-liner, and other times they go into some real detail and tell you why the raw vegan lifestyle isn't sustainable, why it doesn't work, why paleo's better, why this version is better, why that version is better. Well, let me tell you something, and maybe this is something you can go on for you. I'm not trying to tell everybody to convert to being raw vegan. You got to find what works for you, but I'll put it like this. I've got to feel it, and I feel it. If my body leads me I go where my body leads me. That's why I eat cooked food at times, and I'm not one of these extreme people. But let's put it like this: I'm pretty much a fully raw vegan. I just don't get into that label. I eat cooked food, but I don't eat very much. Now, I'm feeling good on this. So what kind of sense would that make? I want somebody to tell me that sometime. Like, how, on anything in life, if everything, all the data in my side says, yeah, you stick with this, why would I change just on what somebody's saying over what I'm feeling? I feel good every day. I feel strong every day. I'm full of energy. At 52, I'm definitely feeling better than I did at 42, because I was eating a bunch of crap and I was drunk. Um, and the drunkenness, let me talk about that. I had pretty much already, it's also pretty much, it coincides. I'm not going to let this one get too long, but I'll just throw this one in. The 4-year raw vegan anniversary pretty much coincides with the 4 years that I've been completely sober, haven't had a drop. But that one's a little misleading, because I had actually stopped drinking back in January of 2012. I had been through some bad drinking periods, so I needed a dry out. I stopped cold turkey in about the January 20 something, and went for a couple of months, not a drop to dry out. Then I was on my health. By then I was on my health journey. I was going down the road. I was studying things, learning about antioxidants, all this stuff. One thing was leading to another, and got on this health kick of like drinking the 1 glass of red wine a day. And I did. I stuck to that from around my birthday, you know, for about March, April, May, June. For about 3 months, I had 1 glass of red wine every night. You know, going by the old thing, it's good for your heart. And it may be, it may not. I'm never going to get into that whole debate, but I'll put it like this. For somebody that had a tendency to drink way too much like me, I don't think it's like necessary that I have a glass of red wine. So when I came to this raw vegan lifestyle, I just, you know, it didn't make sense to me. I don't preach to anybody else what you do, but the alcohol just stopped. There wasn't some big dramatic, I'm going to never drink again. It just stopped. Like I eliminated the animal products and the bad processed stuff, it just stopped. It didn't feel right, it didn't feel natural anymore, simple as that. Now one thing I'll say, and I'm going to finish up with this, a benefit I've been thinking about recently of this raw vegan lifestyle, and just how two things it did, and that'll be it. Two things it did. You know, I'm always saying the food is not the end all be all, but I think it was a gateway for me. It was a gateway drug, the raw vegan. It did two things. Number one, I've stopped drinking before, but for some reason, after I'd get healthy, something would happen, and I didn't have it in my mind that I wasn't a drink. You know, I never was a total non-drinker, so I'd say like, okay, I think now I can handle it a little bit, and it would slowly creep back in. For a while, I could just have a leisurely drink, and then the cycle would start all over. I'm thinking that probably if I had not come to a raw vegan lifestyle, a high carb vegan lifestyle, just to help, really making a focus on my health, that probably at some point I'd have gone back to drinking. So in some ways, I think this lifestyle change has helped me with that. And the second thing, that it just like, it came at a time, I don't know if the food led to it or if I was making other changes, but it just mellowed me out. It took away a lot of the anger I had, a lot of the worry I had, a lot of the stress I had, a lot of the frustration. And I think the physical cleansing of my body just gave me a chance to like clean out, you know, my head and all the garbage that was going on in there, because pretty much it coincides too. For the past 4 years, I've been very peaceful. I can't tell you, I mean, I don't get angry. If I get angry, it's just more or less a momentary like, ugh, you know what, and then it's gone. Like something just annoys me for a second. It's not real anger, it's gone. So like I say, and to finish it up, lifestyle's been good for me. It has been a huge change in my life. If it's not the end all be all, if I'm missing things, you know what, I'll still take it to the alternative, because I was living like shit 4 or 5 years ago. I mean, I felt bad every day. As I was walking down the street yesterday here, I just had a moment where I stopped and said, wow. I just remember so many times crawling down here hungover, just, you know, trying to make it down to get some greasy food in my belly so I could crawl back and sleep it off over the afternoon. It's a much better life now, I can tell you that. Anyhow, I really appreciate you guys following me on this journey, and I consider you guys my family. You know, I don't have a lot of peeps in my life day to day. I kind of am a loner in the real world, but I love you guys, and I appreciate all your support. Peace.